And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. This simple yet profound statement speaks to the potent power of desire and intention. Our deepest yearnings, when nurtured, can set into motion events that help us manifest our dreams. Words are powerful tools of creation. They can build bridges of understanding or erect walls of division. Let us use language to create a world where empathy and understanding prevail. Authenticity, that elusive quality we so admire in others and strive for in ourselves, begins with our thoughts. It is the alignment of our inner world with our outer expression that gives our words weight and meaning. When our words are rooted in genuine feeling and belief, they have the power to move, inspire, and connect us on a deeper level. Imagine for a moment someone who speaks with great eloquence and charisma, but whose words lack sincerity. Their pronouncements may be captivating at first, but they will ultimately ring hollow, devoid of the emotional resonance that comes from true authenticity. On the other hand, consider the quiet strength of someone who speaks their truth with humility and conviction. Their words may not be flashy or boastful, but they carry the weight of lived experience and heartfelt belief. It is in these moments of unvarnished authenticity that we truly connect with others, forging bonds of understanding that transcend superficial differences. Cultivating authenticity in our speech begins with cultivating authenticity within ourselves. It requires us to be honest with ourselves about our thoughts and feelings, to embrace our vulnerabilities and to speak our truths with courage and compassion. Every word we utter, every sentence we write, creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond the immediate moment. Our words have the power to influence the thoughts, feelings, and actions of others, shaping the very fabric of our relationships and communities. A kind word offered to a stranger can brighten their day and inspire them to pay it forward. A hateful comment spewed online can have a devastating impact on its target, perpetuating cycles of negativity and pain. The words we choose matter not just for ourselves but for the world around us. Think of the countless times you've been moved by a piece of writing, a song, or a speech. The words of others have the power to uplift us, console us, challenge us, and even transform us. This power is not limited to those with large platforms or megaphones. Each of us has the ability to impact the world with our words, however big or small our sphere of influence. Just as a single pebble tossed into a pond creates ripples that spread outward, so too do our words create ripples of energy that can touch the lives of countless others. Let us be mindful of the power we wield with our words, using them to create ripples of kindness, compassion, and understanding. Compassion and freedom of expression, far from being opposing forces, are in fact two sides of the same coin. When we speak and listen with compassion, we create a space where open and honest dialogue can flourish. This compassionate exchange of ideas is essential for personal growth, societal progress, and the pursuit of truth. Compassionate speech does not require us to shy away from difficult conversations or suppress dissenting viewpoints. On the contrary, it emboldens us to engage with diverse perspectives with empathy and respect, seeking to understand rather than to judge or convert. When we approach conversations with a genuine desire to understand the experiences and perspectives of others, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and insights. We may not always agree with what we hear, but we can still listen with an open heart and mind, recognizing that every individual's truth is valid within their own context. Liberating truth requires us to be courageous in our own expression, sharing our authentic selves with the world, even when it feels risky or uncomfortable. It also requires us to be gracious listeners, creating a space where others feel safe to do the same. In this way, we cultivate a culture of empathy and understanding, where truth can flourish and differences can be celebrated. Section 5. Intention, the heart of communication. Intention is the invisible thread that connects our thoughts to our words and their impact on the world. It shapes how our message is received and interpreted. Two people can say the same words, but intention alters the meaning. Imagine someone saying, "That's a lovely outfit," with sarcasm. The words seem complimentary, but the intention conveys mockery. Conversely, a sincere compliment can brighten someone's day. Pure intentions give our words weight and resonance. People sense genuine care and respond with trust. Ulterior motives create distrust and disconnect. Before we speak, let's check our intentions. Are we speaking from love and understanding, or are we driven by ego or anger? Aligning our words with our highest intentions ensures our communication is a force for good. Section 6. Mindful dialogue, a bridge to understanding. In a world often characterized by division and discord, mindful dialogue offers a powerful antidote to the polarization and misunderstandings that plague our interactions. It is through mindful dialogue, communication grounded in presence, empathy, and a genuine desire to understand, that we can bridge divides, foster connection, and create a more harmonious world. Mindful dialogue requires us to shift our focus from trying to win arguments or impose our views on others, to creating a space where all voices can be heard and valued. It involves listening deeply to what others have to say, even when we disagree with them, and seeking to understand their perspectives rather than simply waiting for our turn to speak. When we engage in mindful dialogue, we approach conversations with curiosity rather than judgment, seeking to learn from one another rather than to prove ourselves right. We become more aware of our own biases and assumptions, and we become more open to considering different points of view. Mindful dialogue is not about suppressing our own thoughts and feelings, but rather about expressing them in a way that is respectful, constructive, and conducive to understanding. It is about creating a space where we can engage in healthy debate and disagreement without resorting to personal attacks or inflammatory language. Section 7. The courage to speak, the grace to listen. Authentic communication requires a delicate dance between speaking our truth with courage and listening to the truths of others with grace. It requires us to be both vulnerable and receptive, willing to share our own experiences while also holding space for the experiences of others. Speaking our truth can be daunting, especially when we fear judgment, rejection, or reprisal. It takes courage to stand up for what we believe in, to share our authentic selves with the world, and to risk being vulnerable. But it is through these acts of courage that we connect with others on a deeper level, inspire change, and create a more authentic and compassionate world. Listening with grace requires us to set aside our own agendas and biases, to quiet the chatter of our own minds, and to truly hear and receive the words of others. It involves listening not just to the words themselves, but also to the emotions and unspoken messages behind them. When we listen with grace, we create a space where others feel seen, heard, and validated. We foster trust and connection, and we open ourselves up to new perspectives and understandings. In a world hungry for empathy and connection, the ability to listen with grace is a precious gift we can offer to one another. Section 8. Towards a world united by authentic expression. As we conclude this exploration of words and their impact, let us envision a world where authentic expression flourishes, a world where individuals feel empowered to speak their truths with courage and compassion, and where those truths are met with understanding and respect. In this world, communication is not a weapon to be wielded, but a bridge to be built. Dialogue is not a battleground for competing ideologies, but a shared space for growth, understanding, and connection. Differences are not seen as threats but as opportunities for learning and expansion. Creating this world begins with each of us. It begins with the choices we make in our everyday interactions, choosing kindness over cruelty, empathy over judgment, and understanding over assumption. It begins with cultivating authenticity within ourselves and fostering it in others. Let us use our words to uplift, to inspire, to heal, and to connect. Let us use them to build bridges of understanding, to celebrate our shared humanity, and to create a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. For in the tapestry of human experience, it is our shared stories woven together with threads of authenticity and compassion that create the most beautiful and enduring works of art.